Welcome to Reading the Bible with Church. Matthew chapter 24. Jesus left the temple and was walking away when his disciples came up to him and called his attention to the buildings. "Do you see all these things?" he asked. "Truly I tell you, not one stone from here will be left on another. Everyone will be thrown down." As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. "Tell us," they said, "when will this happen? What will be the sign of your coming at the end of the age?" Jesus answered, "Watch out that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name claiming, 'I am the Messiah,' and will deceive many. You will hear wars and rumors of wars, but to see it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nations will rise against nations and kingdoms against kingdoms. There will be famine and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of the birth pains. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At the time, many will turn away from faith and betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear to deceive many. Because of the increase of wickedness, and the love of most will grow cold. But the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation spoken through the prophet of Daniel, let the reader understand. And then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the housetop go down and take anything out of the house. Let no one in the field go back and get their cloak. How dreadful it will be in those days for a pregnant woman and nursing mothers. Pray that your fight will not take place in the winter on the Sabbath, for then there will be great distress, unequal from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. In those days, had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. At that time, anyone says to you, 'Look, here is the Messiah,' or 'There he is,' do not believe it. For false messiahs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. See, I have told you ahead of time. So if anyone tells you, 'There he is out in the wilderness,' do not go out. 'Here he is in the inner rooms,' do not believe it. For as lightning comes from the east, is visible in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Whenever there is a carcass, there the vultures will gather." Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Then will appear a sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then all the people of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with the power of great glory. And he will send angels with loud trumpets call, and they will gather the elect from the four winds, from the end of the heaven to the other. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as the twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, you will see all these things. You will know that it is near, right at the door. Truly, I tell you, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will never pass away. But about the day or hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. As in the days of Noah, it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in those days of the flood, the people were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be in the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in a field. One will be taken, the other left. 2 women will be grinding with the handmill. One will be taken and the other left. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. But understand this: if the owner of the house had known what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch, and he would not have let his house be broken into. So you must also be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect. Who then is the faithful and wise servant, whom the master has put in charge of the servants of his household to give them food at the proper time? It will be good for that servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. Truly, I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. But suppose that servant is wicked and says to himself, my master is staying away too long. And he begins to beat his fellow servants and eat and drink with drunkenness. The master of the servants will come on the day when he does not expect and at an hour that he is not aware of. He will cut him into pieces and assign him to a place with hypocrites, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Matthew chapter 24.